Hello, everyone. We're back again with Survivor South Africa, Season 9. We're now on episode 13. Last time we had Palisa. That's it. Palisa got voted out last time, and it was a scramble. A lot of people faked advantages. I think the only person that had a real advantage, there was two people with real advantages. There was Meryl and Dino, and neither one of them actually used their advantage. But I believe it was Dante and Shane that faked having advantages, and they revealed it for some reason. I don't know why they did that. But in the scramble, Palisa ended up going home. I was unfortunate because I can see like she was rising from the bottom a little bit, and she was really starting to become a contender in the game, and it's unfortunate to see her go, but so it is. And now we are on merge. Everyone is merged. We're all one tribe, and it's immediately apparent to everyone that Dante and Felix have some sort of alliance. So let's show you right here. As you can see, you see Dante over here and Felix just happy to see each other, and it's very apparent. And I think Miriam was the first one to like pick up on it right away. And yeah, that doesn't spell good things for them being so apparent, because I think they know each other outside of the game, so they're very close, and they played in a previous season together. But right now, Felix is in a three-person alliance with Dino and Phil. So, and those guys are like on opposite ends. The problem with the last tribal was because people scrambled so much, no one really revealed their cards as to where they're really aligned. So no one really knows how the tribe is split, and they don't know where the numbers are, and they don't know who to talk to. They don't know if they're in danger. So a lot of people are playing both sides at the moment. Especially Steffi. Steffi's playing multiple hands at the moment, and I think that would because Miriam and Meryl had had so many points towards winning, because Miriam, just her social game alone, people are going to vote for her in the end, and Meryl, and then Miriam, just the advantages she had, the kind of adversity that she battled to get, because she was like the weakest person in our alliance in the beginning, and people wanted to vote her out just for just being weak, and then she turned things around many times. Yeah, she has a pretty good story to win as well, and I think it was just it was getting to Steffi that she wasn't racking up any points, and plus she's a little argumentative, and that tends to rub people the wrong way, because she was like controlling the food. She was like treating everybody like kids, and yeah, she tends to get a little bit explosive. I think even in this episode, she blew up on Tajan, because when they went to merge, they all got to eat some sort of porridge or whatever the hell that was, and Tajan took her bowl and poured his food into it. I guess they all had one bowl that they were using, and they were going back for seconds, and then Tajan ended up taking her bowl, and yeah, she kind of blew up on him in that, and she kind of regretted it. So we get to, instead of giving them a merge feast, apparently they had to compete for their merge feast, which is an interesting twist. See them right here, and this is going to be the merge feast, and it's going to be some of it is, most of it is going to be food, some of it is going to be other rewards and stuff like that. And I think one of the worst ones was just like a single boiled egg. So I think the egg is like, I think it's this thing. I think this thing here will be, no, this one, the one that's uncovered, that's the egg. So they had to break plates with a slingshot in order and I think the first person to break all their, they get 2 plates each. To break all their plates, they get to choose whatever reward they want, and then so on and so on as the next person comes along. And I think the first one to break all their plates was Felix, and he got beer and burger or something like that. He chose the biggest meal right away. There wasn't much except I think Tony got the egg because for some reason she couldn't hit the plates. She was the last one to break the plates, and like she was there for a while everyone was running through their rewards, eating their food. She was there for a while, and she didn't even crack not a single plate. People had to come in and help her break her plate, and yeah, that was mind blowing to me. Like the plate was like I would say 5 feet away from her, and she didn't even accidentally hit one of them. It was crazy. So she got the she got the egg. Um, I think Phil got a rack of spices and a key to a chest back at camp that has food for the rest of the tribe. So his reward was just stuff for everybody else. Dino got a save the date reward. I don't know what the hell that is. I think he gets to invite someone else on a reward that he wins, I think. And Meryl won, I think, a reward pass or something like that. She gets to choose to go on any reward that she wants. Not any, just any one that she chooses to go on. She can only use it once. So, I mean, that's not a bad reward. No one won like an idol or anything like that. So I think that was it for that. It went on for a bit. We get back to the tribe, and right away Dante's talking to Felix because he's trying to establish where the alliances go and everything, and they're like exchanging information, and so they're still pretty tight. And then Felix gets back together with Phil and Dino, and they exchange information, and he pretty much says Dante's trying to pull me over to his alliance, and he pretty much sells them on the fact that he's playing up that alliance, and he's really tight with them, which probably makes sense because there's more numbers there, and Dante don't have that much alliance. He thinks he has numbers, but the people he's aligned with already like pretty much ready to get rid of him at any moment. So he doesn't really have much numbers. And then Dante wants to target Tony. Steffi took Tony aside and decided to tell her that she's with her and, to solidify her alliance, because Steffi's playing multiple sides at once. All right. Then we get to the individual immunity challenge, which is a endurance competition. All right. So let's see if I get an image of it. It's an endurance competition where they have to hold on to a rope while on tippy toes. I'm trying to get a good image of it. It's difficult to explain. Okay. This is as best I can get at the moment. So as you can see here, you got Meryl. She's on her tippy toes, holding on to a rope. So you have to keep your feet on the ground. So tippy toes, pretty much, because the rope is a little bit higher than their height. So they have to hold on to the rope while their feet still touching the ground, and they have to have both hands above a knot in the rope. So they have to hold that position for as long as they can. And, oh, that's a better image. There we go. See here, see them at various stations on their tippy toes, holding onto the rope. They're kind of doing a little bit of ab workout because they're leaning forward a little bit because the rope is a little bit extended. And I think each round, they have to grab a different rope that extends out towards the water. So it forces them to lean forward a little bit, making it a little bit more difficult. I think right as the challenge started, Phil pissed himself. I don't know if he didn't go to the bathroom before the challenge started, but yeah, he pissed himself right there and then. I think the first person to drop was like, I think it was Felix, and then Dante and a bunch of people started dropping after that. Then it came down to Tajan, Steffi, and Phil. Phil, who was suffering from the beginning, pissed himself, was right there towards the end. And then Tajan dropped. Then it became Steffi and Felix. And I'm thinking Steffi's going to get this, because every other endurance competition they ever had, she pretty much threw it because she knew she could win it. So I thought she was going to have this, but she drops, and Phil, who pissed himself, wins individual immunity. It was it was pretty amazing. So he wins individual immunity, and he's the most nervous person ever in the world. So him having immunity means he can actually make calm decisions. So that's probably good for him and whoever's in line with him. Tony's trying to work with Dino, Phil, and them, trying to get some numbers together to get rid of Dante. She's thinking Dante is targeting her, which is true. Dante is definitely targeting her. While they're in the middle of doing this, Tajan is looking around for an idol. He's thinking the idol is above ground, and he starts looking in the trees, and he eventually finds the idol. And I'm like, all right, Tajan is starting to do some stuff. He finds the idol, he goes and hides it. Good on him, man. And he was worried that people would see him. No one's paying attention to Tajan. No one at all. I think Steffi was the only one that talked about getting rid of Tajan because she had issues with him before, where he was kind of just going with the numbers and flip-flopping, and also because he took her bowl. So she's a little petty in that. So she was the only one that wanted to target Tajan. Dante wanted to go after Tony, and Meryl jumped on board with that. So a lot of people were pushing to get rid of Tony. And I think some people were pushing to get rid of Meryl as well. I can't remember who it was, but someone was pushing to get rid of Meryl, and someone else was pushing to get rid of Dante. But yeah, it was a little bit of scramble. I didn't know how it was going to go. And Tajan was talking about using the idol, and he wanted to use it correctly. And I'm like thinking, no, please, for the love of God, don't do that. Save the idol. No one is going after you right now. And you can save it and use it to save yourself next round. That's your best chance. Don't use it right now. But he's talking about using it, and there's no way for him to know who to use it for. And it's probably going to be between him and Tony. And why would you even take the chance to use it on someone else when you could also be in danger? All right. So we go into tribal council, and they're asking Tajan questions about last tribal, how he was really confused and all that stuff, asking him if he's still confused. And he's like, I hope not. And it was like, you're still confused. So they go to vote, and no one uses, they go to vote, and after the vote, Tajan uses his immunity idol. And I'm like, God damn it. He used it for himself. And the first vote was Dante. And the second vote was Meryl. And then the third vote was Tajan. Fifth was Tajan again. And every other vote after that was for Tony. So he would have been safe if he didn't use the idol. And if he used it for Tony, he would have gone home. It was just incompetence to the highest degree. That was incredibly stupid. He should not have done that. But now Tony's gone, and she threw out a poison pill, and she said to Dante, if you make it to the end, I'm voting for you. So pretty much people are going to get rid of him, knowing that he has a solid vote in the jury. So exciting times. And until next time.